I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So I want to share with you some thoughts and feelings about kindness. And I want to share with you a very short activation, a code. It's called the kindness code. Why is this important? Because to be kind, you've got to be in a certain space. To be kind actually requires a little bit of practice. Even though as human beings, kindness is so natural for us. It's so natural for us to love. It's so natural for us to be kind. It's so natural for us to care and to share for our fellow sisters and brothers. It's what we are at the core of our beings. If that's the case, why do we need to practice it? Surely it should be easy peasy. We should be kind to everybody in our environment, all of the people that we meet and get to interact with. People that we don't actually interact with on a physical level in our local environment, but we might see them on the television, or we might see them across the street, or we might see them participating in some kind of event or situation that we give judgment to. So we interact with that situation energetically, emotionally. It's so important right now at this time on our earth. As spiritual beings having human experiences, we need to exercise this discipline and practice being kind more than ever. The reason we need to exercise discipline to become kind and to actually practice being kind is because most of us have a 0.25 second window between stimulus and response, because we're bouncing around in here. We're bouncing around in our heads, thinking. Tick, 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 tick. The mind is working overtime. 60 to 70,000 thoughts are going through most human beings' brains on average every single day. That's a lot of thoughts. Most of them are unconscious. But when something happens in our local environment, or we see something through a screen, we may judge someone, we react. And we don't actually have any control over it until we raise our levels of awareness and realize that there is this 0.25 second window between stimulus and response. And we start to do the work. We start to re-engineer our consciousness, our physical, our mental, emotional and spiritual bodies. We redefine who we are and what it means to be human, to be kind. We re-engineer our consciousness to have space between our consciousness, our awareness, and the thoughts that are bouncing around inside of our heads. Sometimes they're our own, sometimes they're thoughts that could be other people's, because we're all telepathic. Sometimes there are thoughts in our heads that are placed there by other beings. It doesn't really matter where these thoughts come from. What's important is you distance yourself between the thoughts and you, which is the space that your awareness and your consciousness is in, so it doesn't react to the thoughts. It's like, whoa, the thought's all the way over there. So something's happening, there's an argument taking place. A man's being rude to a woman. You see someone injured. There's some kind of catastrophe going on in the world, whatever it is. We're like, that person's this. Those people are that. They shouldn't be doing this. We judge and blame a lot as humans because we've been conditioned this way. Our five senses have been used, have been bombarded and swamped with data, with information. We're living in a state, most of us, of constant fear, worry, on a lower vibration, where it's easy for our thought patterns to be manipulated and for us to respond and react like robots. Blame, judge, blame, judge, blame, 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 judge, blame. That's what we're doing. So what you've got to do is you've got to get yourself into this space where you don't react like that. Now, it takes discipline because we're so naturally inclined to blame and judge. So first of all, you've got to decide that you want to do this. Then you've got to bring this awareness into your consciousness and realize that you do react a lot. And don't deny it like an alcoholic or a heroin addict or a sex addict. Don't deny it. First of all, accept responsibility and say, hey, yep, I overreact. I do it too. We all react here and there. But what we've got to do is stop that reaction time. We react 5, 10, 15 seconds, we reel it back in. We react for an hour if that's where you're at, or a day if that's where you're at. And wherever you're at, you reel it back in. You blow up, you get emotional, you get angry, you go into fear, whatever it is. You start cursing, effing and blinding, judging and blaming. And you stew on it for a day, maybe a month. I don't know where you're at right now. And it doesn't really matter because it's just about progress. And as long as you're being disciplined and making the progress every single day, you're going to get to where you need to be. And where you need to be, you're actually already there. You're just removing the layers, the stuff that's in the way from you being a focused, clear human being, where you choose kindness every single time. When someone is throwing abuse at you, they're blaming you for something. You have that awareness and you realize that it's their stuff, it's not yours. And they're giving you a perfect opportunity, a beautiful gift to stay in your heart and say, hey, beautiful soul, I love you unconditionally. I'm here for you. Instead of going into fear and reacting and judging and blaming or throwing and hurling abuse back at them, you switch it. You're never going to put a fire out with fire. You've got to put water on the fire. So allow your love and your kindness to be the liquid that puts out the fire in the situation you find yourself in. You have the power to make the choices to change things. But you've got to want to do it, and then you've got to be disciplined. Because those thoughts are going to keep flying through your head. So you've got to practice getting into a state where you're fully aware, where you're walking around your reality as an observer. No judgment, no blame, no labels. You don't even label a tree. You just observe the tree and love the tree and be kind to the tree and allow the tree to just stand there and do what it needs to do without calling it a tree, because it's just energy. The same as the car or the flower or the man or the woman or the dog or the cat or the butterfly. It's all energy. Why label these things and separate us? Let's just see one field of information, one field of light, one field of unconditional love. Realize that we're all the same. Just different expressions of the same substance, the same source, the same energy, the same light, the same information, expressing itself in a multitude of different ways, and not just in this reality, but multiple others at the same time in the same space. Maybe you're aware of those realities too. The blending of fields of information, the blending of dimensions or densities. When you see something that actually isn't there in this reality, but it is there, just on a different frequency band. When you heighten your awareness, you'll start to go to this level. Maybe you're already there. Wherever you are is beautiful, absolutely perfect for right now. Because right now is all that matters. Tomorrow, yesterday, they don't exist. Because when you get to tomorrow, it's going to be now. And yesterday's taken place. It's just a memory. Once you let go of the emotions, surrounding it, holding it, cradling it, attaching you to it, it's just a memory. Which you can access if you want. Because there's wisdom, knowledge, lying within that memory, that snapshot, that picture in your head, but without the emotion. So, my recommendation to you is this. When you wake up every morning, I want you to go through this short process that I'm about to take you through now. And I want you to do this for 36 days. Solid. It's only going to take a few minutes. 36 days. And then you can revisit it every now and again if you feel necessary. But after 36 days, everything's going to shift for you majorly. You're going to feel it before the 36 days. But after the 36 days of continually doing this, your life's going to be magical. Because there's going to be no blame and judgment. And it's going to shift you to a whole new paradigm. Freedom, baby. That's what it's about. So what I want you to do in the morning, when you wake up, I want you to turn to the side, put your feet on the floor, sit up nice and straight. Put your hands on your legs with your palms up, nice and flat. I want you to close your eyes and breathe in through your nose all the way down to the pit of your stomach. And as you breathe, I want you to breathe in an electric pink frequency. You'll become aware of it in the space around you. I want you to breathe this electric pink frequency in through your nose down to the pit of your stomach. And I want you to keep breathing it in until it fills up the inside of your body. Once the inside of your body is completely full, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the tips of your fingers and thumbs to your crown, you'll become aware of an electric green frequency in your heart, a tiny little ball. And as you continue to breathe this pink frequency in, you're going to vibrate faster and faster. And then this electric pink ball in your heart, in your chest, is going to expand 360 degrees in all directions until it expands out past the boundaries of your physical body. It's going to grow until it's 3 meters from top to bottom, left to right, front to back. Once it gets to that size, you're going to continue to breathe. You're then going to become aware of an inverted golden pyramid spinning 3 meters above your crown chakra. It will spin clockwise, pulling in codes from the fabric of the cosmos. Different colored light codes. As these light codes flow in from the empty space, from the fabric of the cosmos, I want you to place this code into the inverted pyramid. The code is NR42, November Romeo 42. All you're going to do is you're going to intend that code into the pyramid. You can place it, you can see it, you can visualize it. However you intend it into the pyramid is your choice. But see that code inside, vibrating. NR42. NR42 will then dissolve into the pyramid, and the frequency from it will flow through the codes that the inverted golden pyramid drew from the fabric of the cosmos inside it. You'll see NR42 flow through those codes, and then the pyramid's going to stop spinning. Once NR42 has flown through every single code, flowed throughout them all. The apex of that pyramid is going to open, and all of those light codes are going to flow down through your crown and into your pineal gland. Those codes are going to shrink, getting smaller and smaller until they all fit inside that crystal, that little crystal matrix inside of your brain, to the back slightly. That little pine cone that we call our third eye, made up of those cosmic crystals. See those codes flow down inside of it. The master cell in your pineal glands will then transport these codes to every cell in your physical body. You'll see 75 trillion streams, tiny little electromagnetic streams flow throughout your body into every single cell as the codes are transmitted instantly. Your whole body will start to vibrate. The green sphere will then start to shrink. It will shrink back inside your physical body, back into your heart. A stream of light will then flow from this tiny little small electric green sphere up through your chest, up through your throat, up through your head, your face, and into your pineal glands. Codes will flow from your heart into your pineal glands. And then a golden stream of light will flow from your pineal gland down into your heart. Light codes will flow through this golden stream into your heart space. A two-way communication has now been set up. These codes are flowing throughout your body, bringing you into a heightened state of awareness. And as you go through your life, you're going to start to feel kindness, exacerbate and exuberate kindness through every cell, through every pore, through your skin, through your energy body, into your local environment. And as other people connect with you and challenge you to be kind, you're going to find it easier and easier and easier. What I want you to do for these 36 days is set up a practice. And that practice is this. After you've done this, the first 13 people that you meet that day, you're going to smile at them and you're going to ask them, how are you feeling today? Regardless of what they say or how they respond, it doesn't matter. You're going to smile and ask, how are you feeling today? Maybe they'll stop and tell you. Maybe they'll just say great and walk on by. Maybe they'll tell you their day's shit. Maybe they'll look at you like you're strange. It doesn't matter. If you radiate enough positive energy and you give them a great big smile, I guarantee you, on some level, you are going to elevate them and change them. And you're going to bring a smile to their face. Whether they show it externally or internally, they're going to be smiling. Every cell of them is going to be hit with a force. It's a beautiful, magical gift you're giving to every single human that you smile at and you say, how are you feeling? Your mission is to not respond regardless of what they say. You're just going to smile. If they stop and talk, you say, thank you for sharing. Have an amazing day. And off you go. Don't get into a conversation. Just bid them farewell. They'll feel this big time. And what's going to happen to you as you go through these 36 days, you're going to be disciplining yourself to not respond. The code is going to be flowing through your body. And you're going to be practicing, exercising kindness with the first 13 humans that you encounter every single day. You can do the same with animals, but they don't count towards your 13. Your family members count, and they probably will be the first 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You're amazing, beautiful soul. We must be kind. We must love. We must share and care for each other like we're family. We are family. We're a human tribe. When someone is being angry, they need love. More anger isn't going to help them. Judgment isn't going to help them, but love is. Even in the moment, that love may not trigger an immediate response because they're so full of ego or so in the moment, overreacting or going through whatever process, but love them still. You get to choose love or fear in every situation. So choose the good stuff. Choose the love. Let's raise the vibration on this planet together as a family. Kindness, compassion. It's what's going to make this world a better place. Fear is just going to torture us for an eternity. Jealousy, anger is going to poison the human being that is being jealous or angry. So make a shift, make a change, make a different choice and be your superhuman, powerful self. You're awesome and I love you unconditionally. I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. Please check out starmagichealing.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and share. If you're watching it on Facebook, like it and share it. Let's share these positive messages with our friends, with our loved ones. And let's make this world a more harmonious place. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out.